Hi friends, I'm Prakash Subramanian, author of Happy Married Life and a relationship coach. Today, I'm here to discuss yet another topic on how lies, lack of trust, lack of support leads to pitfalls in the relationships. Yes, today I have a couple called Shri and Pri, right? Shri is the male, Pri is the female. Now, both of them are married for over 2+ decades and they have a beautiful daughter. Both of them have worked very hard in their life. They have brought many properties, they have had very good bank statements, very good bank balance. They have everything in their life. But they don't know how to enjoy the joy of life. And why have the money, why have the property, why have education when they don't know how to enjoy the joy of life, how to enjoy the bonding, how to enjoy the company of each other, how to enjoy the warmth, how to love each other. What are they running behind? Come, let's discuss this today in depth. They are highly qualified and they are working in multinational companies. So every day in their life for the last few years is like a battlefield in Kurukshetra. Okay? So you can visualize what I'm saying. Thanks to the behavior of Shri and Pri, their only daughter is married to the headphone, listening to music in YouTube or watching a movie in Amazon or Netflix or Hotstar or whatever. She comes out of the daughter comes out of the room, have food, goes back to her room, locks the door, listen to music or watch the movie. Why they have earned, why they have amassed wealth, no idea. They are in the same house, but Sri is looking at east, Pri is looking at north, and their daughter is looking at another direction. Not sure which direction she is looking at. Imagine a relationship like this. Imagine a family like this, where each and every person is in their own world. Now, both Sri and Pri, when they started their married life, they went through lots of sufferings. They worked their way hard, very hard work, sincere, dedicated hard work, committed to their work. But what happened to their personal life? Govinda, Govinda. Why? Because they were all running behind something, leaving the joy of life. As I said, there's no point in creating wealth when they are not able to bond with each other, when they are not able to support and stand by each other. Look, no matter what, I am there with you. There is no reassurance. Frankly speaking, they are just living and going ahead in their day to day chores without any joys in their life. The unfortunate point, according to Sri, is that Pri is a acute, ardent, um, I'm looking out for a word which is beyond perfectionism. Okay? Shri always complains that Pri is very negative, very pessimistic, and beyond perfectionism. Very tough to live with such kind of people, according to Shri. This is not me, but according to Shri. Pri expects Shri that he must come to the kitchen and support her. Which Shri says, I don't have a problem, I'm more than happy to come and do it. But the point is, Pri expects Shri to be perfect. If Pri says, okay, you cut vegetables, he has to cut it only in the kitchen and not sitting comfortably in the hall and doing it. So if Shri does that, she comes, snatches it away and goes to the kitchen and she does, and with a lot of nouns, verbs, pronouns, etc., 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 all in the family, right? Now imagine I want to delegate some work. I delegate it to you. But if I don't give you the freedom, if I don't give you the space to do that work within a specified time frame, and I expect that perfectionism, that you have to do it exactly the way I wanted it, as if this is ISO certification Family life is like ISO certification, no compromise on the quality. What kind of a thing is this? Family life is not ISO certification. This is family. There are two human beings involved. What happened to that human emotions? A woman is naturally supposed to have that compassion. Why that compassion doesn't come here? This is according to Sri. So he says, look, you have delegated me a work. Give me that space. I will do it. But not the way you expect me to do it by coming and standing in the kitchen. That's not me. Right? Which Pri is not able to understand and accept. The key here is acceptance. And giving the other person the space, which is not happening in this particular situation. So what happens? Sri abuses Pri in turn abuses Sri. So, you do it, I do it, you do it, I do it, you do it, I do it. Come on, what happened to the love? What happened to the bonding? What happened to the warmth? What happens if both the couples keep abusing each other? What will happen to the plight of the child? Tomorrow when she goes and gets married, she is learning from this environment. According to the Holy Bhagavad Gita, the parents are supposed to be leading the way. The parents are supposed to be leading the way. If they are setting a bad example for their own children, who will the child look up to? I am asking a very serious question because this has a lot of ramifications on the child's future. But both Sri and Pri are not willing to listen. They are not willing to concede. And both of them are sticking to their own stand. If the husband and wife are stubborn in the relationship, what happens? Is there any love? Is there any bonding? Is there any togetherness? Answer is zero. So what happens? Every day there is Deepavali. Every day it is a Kurukshetra. Because there's a lot of battle happening. And imagine there was a beautiful advertisement from Surf. Kara Nalladu. That is only for the advertisement. Kara da Nalladu, not Kurai. Kora நல்லதா தான் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அது வேற. கரை தான் நல்லா இருக்கு, குறை நல்லா இல்லை. அது தப்பாக புரிஞ்சுன்னுட்டா போடுது. சதா சர்வத்திர காலமும் குறை சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கிறது. Every moment the couple only find fault with each other, rather complaining against each other rather than complimenting each other. What happens in such a kind of a relationship? See, I believe when I delegate a task to my employee or to my wife or to my daughter, I give them the space. Give them a reasonable space. If they do not do it, I go and remind them that, look, I need it within this particular time, kindly do it. Still, if they don't do it, I will ask them for a reason. And then I look at other options available. But most of the times it doesn't happen because when I delegate, my work gets done. Because, you have to give the other person space. And both, be it my wife or my daughter, they are very good at doing the work I ask them to do. So now in the case of Sri and Pri wants it to be done exactly the way she wants it. It's not possible. Then don't delegate. You do it yourself. So then what happens when you do everything yourself? You will be tired by the end of the day. That is exactly what is happening. And what happens? Instead of focusing on what you want in the relationship, you are focusing on what you do not want in the relationship. Okay? When in a relationship, the couple focuses on what they do not want, how beautiful the life will be. I need not tell. Right? So early in the morning, if the wife starts the day with a lot of negativity and, puts what pressure she has on her head, the artificial pressure, again I'm saying, artificial perceived pressure in her mind, she puts it on Shri's mind, what will happen? Will there be joy? Absolutely not. Will there be happiness? No way. Will there be peace? Never. So what happens? There is indifference or sorrow. So in a situation like this, what will be your advice for Sri and Pri? How is your environment? I have a few questions. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm asking you this, so that it should not be like I'm saying everything and you're just listening, and you know it has to lead to some meaningful solutions, right? So how is your environment? What will be your advice for Shri and Pri? What is your strategy to remain positive and upbeat? Very importantly, are you suffering in silence like Shri and Pri? Tell me, write to me, or comment. Are you looking out for a solution for the problems faced like Shri and Pri? Have you ever tried everything and nothing had worked? Do call us or comment your views in the comment button. You can write to us info@pranvas.com or authorprakashyes@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to provide a solution to your problems. So what are you waiting for? Do it now. Let me see. Thank you. I'm waiting.